Hello everyone and welcome to our educational session. My name is Paul Arsov and I'm the founder of the Decentralized Web project. The topic of our educational event today is gamification everywhere, every day and of everything. This is part 4 and final part of the 4 series educational sessions. But I like to start a little bit with um, the current environment. As you can see, it is dark and gloomy outside. It is morning time, but so very unlike for August, it is drizzling, raining a little bit, and it is cool. We have unstable weather and probably we have this globally like having changing, very changing and very unstable weather. As of August, it is supposed to be warm and nice, but right now it is kind of gloomy. But let's go back to the topic of today and like in part 1 to 3 we were looking for gamification and so like all of the things gamifying world promises in the short term, be it pride, purpose, meaning, control, and happiness. All of these things, gamification is threatening in the long term. It has the power to detach people from their lives and like rewire their value systems and rewire them in favor of recreational over the real. And it could be, this could be for the rest of their lives for people who fell for gamification. But what is the solution to deal with these issues that gamification did bring? So in short, it is playing for keeps. For example, if we look at our galaxy, there are billions of habitable planets, and many of them are far older than our own planet Earth, which we are living on. Statistically, this would suggest that by now our galaxy would be teeming with signs of advanced alien life. And yet the space is silent. This discrepancy, known as Fermi paradox, has puzzled scientists for almost a century. Ted Kaczynski believed his prophecies offered an answer. While serving a life sentence in jail, Kaczynski wrote actually a little known sequel to his manifesto, which he did while he was doing these terrorist acts while being free. But he wrote some sequel while he was put in prison. And this manifesto was entitled Anti-Tech Revolution, Why and How. In it, he outlines his belief that all technologically advanced civilizations become trapped in fatal games before they uh, learn to colonize space. This happens because uh, industry is driven by competition, and competition favors short term over the long term sustainability because players who care about long-term sustainability are significantly disadvantaged compared to players who only care about winning. To illustrate his point, Kaczynski described a thought experiment involving forested region occupied by several rival kingdoms. The kingdoms that clear the most land for agriculture can support a larger population, affording them larger military size and military advantages. Every kingdom must therefore clear as much forest as possible, or face being conquered by its rivals. The resulting deforestation eventually leads to ecological disaster and the collapse of all of the kingdoms. This is a trait that is advantageous for every kingdom's short-term survival, but in the long term, to every kingdom demise. Kaczynski was describing a social trap, a term coined by a student of the psychologist called Skinner, and his name is John Platt, who actually theorized that an entire population behaving like pigeons in a Skinner box, each acting for their next immediate reward, would eventually overexploit a resource, causing uh, a ruin to everyone. When a plot called social trap, what plot called social trap, Kaczynski called self-propagating system, because he viewed them as negative sum games that took life on their own. Um, and eventually they're defeating every player to become the only winner. He believed such games not only drive industrialization but also replaced the active sense of purpose and meaning that industrialization um, industrialization destroyed. They were thus inextricably um, form technological advancement, and in a society like our own, they were impossible to stop. In jail, Kaczynski was forbidden to access the World Wide Web, the internet, and in letters he struggled to understand what Facebook and like was. Nevertheless, his um, warnings could easily have been referring to social media itself. On Instagram, the main self-propagating system is beauty pageant. Young women compete to be as pretty as possible, doing an increasingly extreme lengths of makeup, like filters, fillers, or even cosmetic surgery. The result is that all women begin to feel ugly online and off. They feel that what they have is not enough to be like featured and to be noticed on social networks like Instagram. On TikTok and YouTube, there's another self-propagating system where pranksters compete to outdo each other in outrageousness to avoid being buried by the algorithms of TikTok. Such extreme brinkmanship frequently leads to stress or injury and has even led to the deaths among others. And like for example, Timothy Wilkes and Fedro Ruiz. On another social networks, X, meanwhile, this under self-propagating system known as culture war. This game consists of trying to score points, likes, and reviews by attacking the enemy political tribe or like unlike a regular war, the combatants where like the combatants could kill each other, only make like on X, they only make themselves angrier, so little is actually achieved, except that all players become stressed by constant confrontation and bickering. And yet they persist in the bickering, if only because their opponents do in an endless state of continuously mutually assured destruction. These are just three examples of social networks and three examples of social traps that have emerged in our gamified age. But the worst warning social traps is gamification itself. Companies that exploit our gamification compulsion will have an edge over those who don't. So every company that wishes to compete must gamify in ever more addictive ways, even though in the long term this is going to harm everyone. As such gamification is not just a fact, it is the fate of a digital capitalist society. Anything that can be turned into a game sooner or later will be. And the games won't just be confined to our phones. Um, Embedded reality, um, like I wear like Meta Quest and Apple Vision, um, once they become normalized, will make playing and gamifying even harder to avoid. Games will be created not just to extract money from people, but also data. In a game called 2025 Enhanced Games, for instance, this new futuristic version of the Olympics funded in by tech moguls like Peter Thiel, where contestants can exploit anything from uh, cybernetic implants to like some electronic implanted devices to get a competitive advantage. The purpose of the game seems to be uh, transhumanist, to motivate people to discover new versions to augment human abilities with the eventual goal of turning men into gods. There is, after all, a vacancy in heaven. When God is dead, the nations are nations are atomized, and family seems burdensome, and machines can beat us at our jobs and even at art, and trust and truth are lost in rolling sea of AI generated clickbites. What is left but games? Um, this isn't necessarily a bad things. Games can motivate us to destroy ourselves, but they can also motivate us to become a better version of ourselves. In a gamified world, it is possible to play without getting played. If only we choose such right games. Um, as a person said, intelligence is knowing how to win the game. Wisdom is knowing which game to play. Um, Not playing is not an option. Um, if we don't play our own games, we will inevitably play someone else's game. So, how do we decide which game to play? The story of gamification offers five broad rules. First, we have to choose long-term goals over the short-term ones. Short, frequent feedback loops offer regular reinforcement, which helps motivate us. But what is made to motivate us too often addicts us. So we have to consider the long-term outcomes of the games we are playing. If we did the same thing we did today for the next 10 years, where would we be? We have to think about this, think about long term. Um, Playing games, like if we look at our 90 years old ourselves, um, like would we be proud of what we have been playing? Um, like our 19 years old self won't care about how much progress we progress bars we have filled and achieved. They will care about how many times, for example, we saw our parents or our children or our friends. The second thing we would need to consider is choose the hard games over the easy ones, since the long-term value of games lies in their um, utility to hone skills and build character. Easy games are usually a trap. People with like unearned wealth, like thieves or hares or lottery winners, often end up losing it all because the struggle to obtain a reward teaches us to reward a worth to the reward's worth, and those it is crucial part of the reward. What we have learned to like reach and achieve this reward the hard way. The third thing we need to consider is to choose some positive sum games over the zero sum or negative sum games. Games evolve to confirm status, and status is zero sum games. For some to have it, other must lose it. But like we no longer have to play such games. We can change the rules, so a win for me could be a win for somebody else, and it shouldn't mean that a win for me is lose for somebody else. Educational games are one such example. Wealth creation is another such example. Um, Positive sum games where every player benefits by playing are a form of competition that brings people together instead of driving them apart. Fourth thing which we need to consider is to choose um, athletic games over the like static and like static ones. Athletic games are those that we play because we uh, enjoy them. Like they're games which we feel that we are forced to play, and like we have to exercise self-control and force ourselves to play them. Chasing rewards like trophies, like leaderboard ratings can help drive us to succeed, but the fixation on such rewards can become a source of stress and can even make leisure activities feel like drudgery, um, like turning games into work. In short, we have to choose games that we enjoy and that we actually like to play. And fifth, but like not least, uh, this is the last and but not least on the list. And final thing, um, the fifth rule is to choose um, immeasurable rewards over measurable ones. Seeing numerical score increases our satisfying in the short term, but the most valuable things in life, freedom, meaning, like love, cannot be easily measured and they cannot be easily quantified. Um, there, there's an overwhelming number of games to choose from. If we want to keep fit, like for example, um, we can try the zombies run, an app that takes the form of post-zombie apocalypse radio broadcast telling us which direction to run to avoid being eaten. If we want to learn general knowledge um, while helping those in poverty, for example, we can play a free rice quiz. And if we want to form good habits, these habits bear, which lets our friend track our um, attempts and our progress, motivating us more than if we were only accountable to ourselves. But if among the countless games out there we cannot find a right one, then we can just create our own game. Uh, Fun is not the pursuit of happiness, but the happiness of pursuit. And literally anything can be pursued. By now, there's a way to keep any kind of score and play any kind of game. Kaczynski game is over. He committed suicide. Still adamant humanity still convinced that humanity was doomed. His fearful legacy has since passed on to his disciples. For example, mom in Liverpool, who was like recently jailed for terrorism after trying to emulate his idol. Um, but she was thinking that he was saving the world, but with all his talk of maximizing kill counts, he too was just playing a very bad game. And in the end, Kaczynski and his followers made uh, the same mistake as the Skinner's game. They viewed us as mere puppets of our environment, um, like like we're devoid of agency and the ability to adapt. Um, these games needn't be feared. Um, the word becoming a Skinner's box because among all the papers, writers about the troublesome um, contraption, one fact is always overlooked. Skinner's pigeon um, and pigeons only kept pecking the buttons because they were trapped in a cage. They had nothing else to do. But we're free and we have free will. Even in a world where everything is a game, we don't have to play to other people's games, and we do not need to play to social games and other people rules. Um, we have a wide open world to create our own game and to play our own game. And with this set, I'm ending this presentation. It is your game, design your game, and play your own game. With this set, I'm going to come back to the beginning of this presentation where I told you that my name is Paul Arsov. I'm the founder of the Decentralized Web project, and we built a decentralized communication and advertising platform. And recently we have released an NFT marketplace and collection of NFTs. What is interesting, what is special and unique about our NFTs is that they're based on three-dimensional objects. This in our These three-dimensional objects are loaded and animated by our own designed 3D software engine, and this 3D software engine brings additional capabilities to our 3D NFTs, like the first capability of speaking. Our 3D NFTs can speak in one of three different voices. The 3D NFTs can speak either in male voice or in a female voice or in a whisper kind of a voice. In addition to these three basic capabilities, the 3D NFTs can speak in different flavors of voices. The 3D NFTs can speak either in normal speed or in a fast speed or in a slow speed manner. If we take a male voice and it is spoken in a slow speed manner, then this voice can come as the voice of a very masculine person or the voice of an old person. And if we take on the other hand a female voice and it is spoken in a fast speed manner, then this voice can come as the voice of a funny person or the voice of a little girl. And the second important and significant capability for our 3D NFTs is the capability of voice recognition. Our 3D NFTs can recognize voice commands, and for example, if we have a 3D NFT which is loaded in a computer screen and it is animated in a way of moving in a random fashion, we can then issue our very first voice command to the 3D NFT to stop moving. And then the 3D NFT is going to stand still and stop moving. Then we can issue following voice commands to the 3D NFT to move left, move right, move up, move down, zoom in, zoom out, rotate. And then the 3D NFT is going to fulfill each one of these separate voice commands and move left, then move right, move up, then move down, come closer, zoom in, go farther away, zoom out, and start rotating. The third important and significant capability for our 3D NFTs is the capability of them having basic artificial intelligence. Wow! You can ask the 3D NFT what is your name, and then the 3D NFT is going to respond with their name. You can ask the 3D NFT, who are you? And then the 3D NFT is going to reply in few sentences of who they are. You can ask the 3D NFT to describe something. For example, describe Web3, or describe decentralization, or describe Russia. And then the 3D NFT is going to describe in few sentences about Web3 or about decentralization or about the country called Russia. The last but not least important capability of our 3D NFTs is the capability of us seeing them in real 3 dimensions. Currently, we have a version of the 3D NFT which is displayed on flat two-dimensional computer screen, and we are using our imagination to imagine the 3D NFT in 3 dimensions, but on a two-dimensional computer screen. But we plan to offer a second version of our 3D NFTs, and this version is going to be displayed in a way of stereoscopics. What stereoscopics means is that part of the 3D NFT is going to be displayed in red or reddish colors, and another part of the 3D NFT is going to be displayed in blue or bluish colors. Then you can come to our 3D NFT marketplace, and probably this is the moment I can tell you the name and the URL of our 3D NFT marketplace. It is 3dnft.decentralizedweb.org. 3D NFT is typed in a way with the number 3 followed by the letter D followed by 3 other letters NFT, and it is all together 3D NFT. Then there is dot, then there are 2 words which are typed all together, decentralized and web. Decentralized web dot and it ends with org. Once again, 3dnft.decentralizedweb.org. On the around the top of our website, you are going to see a link to accessories, and when you click on this link to accessories, you're going to see that we offer you to order special glasses. When you receive these special glasses, you're going to see that one lens of these glasses is red, and the other lens of these glasses is blue. When you receive these glasses and when you put these glasses on, and when you request displaying of the 3D NFTs in a way of stereoscopics, then you're going to see the 3D NFT as coming out of the flat two-dimensional computer screen, and you're going to see it in real 3 dimensions. So that's the last capability of our 3D NFTs and our 3D software engine. But I can tell you a little bit also about our 3D NFT marketplace. And on our 3D NFT marketplace, we have our own blockchain instance, and on this blockchain instance, we are deploying the smart contracts for the non-fungible tokens. These smart contracts allow us to detach our 3D NFTs from a popular blockchain and allow us to allow our users to not pay gas fees for deployment of the smart contracts and gas fees for transfers of transactions of transfers of ownership from one user to another user. And in this way, by detaching our 3D NFTs from popular blockchain, we allow our users to use multiple crypto coins for buying and then selling of the 3D NFTs. Currently, we have choice of 4 different coins which our users can use for buying and then receive proceedings from sale of 3D NFTs. The choice of crypto coin includes Solana Sol, Polygon Matic, Avalanche AVAX, and Qcoin, which is a big centralized crypto exchange. They have a crypto coin called KCS. In addition to buying and selling of our 3D NFTs with crypto coins, we allow our users to buy and sell 3D NFTs with entirely with fiat currency. When you come to our 3D NFT marketplace, you see a 3D NFT that you want to buy. You click on like a screen to select a way of payment, and you're going to see a selection of 4 different crypto coins, and fifth choice of selecting of paying with fiat currency. If you select this choice of paying with fiat currency, then you're going to be prompted to put the number of your debit or credit card, and when you click to complete and make the payment, then what is going to happen is there is going to be a transaction of the payment done in your national fiat currency, and there is going to be a conversion to US dollars, and this payment is going to be deposited in our bank account. Then we're going to follow like with another action and transfer of the initial ownership from our marketplace to you, the user who did purchase this 3D NFT. But let's say there's another user who comes to the marketplace, and you, the first user, did play with this 3D NFT for a while, and then you decided to put this 3D NFT for sale. You put the pricing, you decide for sale of this 3D NFT, and then you offer this 3D NFT for sale. Let's say there's a second user who comes to our 3D NFT marketplace. They browse through the marketplace, and they see the 3D NFT which you, the first user, put for sale. They decide to buy this 3D NFT, and they decide to pay with also fiat currency. What is going to happen then is after they complete the transaction of the payment, there's going to be a conversion from the national fiat currency of the second user, which could be different than the national fiat currency of you, the first user, and there's going to be a deposit of this payment in US dollars in our bank account. We are going to then follow with action of transfer of ownership from the first and initial user to the second user, who becomes now the current owner of this 3D NFT. And then we're going to follow with the third action, and we are going to be having a transfer from our bank account and conversion from US dollars to the national fiat currency of you, the first user, who is now a former owner of the 3D NFT, and we are going to make a deposit in your bank account in your national fiat currency of the proceedings from the payment of the sale of the 3D NFT. And with this said, I'm going to end this introduction of our project, and I like to invite you to come and join our social networks. You can see the social networks on the bottom of every page of our 3D NFT marketplace, and the name of our 3D NFT marketplace once again is 3dnft.decentralizedweb.org. With this said, I'm ending this educational presentation. I'd like to invite you to become a member of our social channels so that you can get notified about events just like the event today. There's going to be a recording, and this recording is going to be put on our YouTube channel, and you're going to see recordings of previous events on this channel, and you're going to get notified about upcoming recordings and upcoming events, just like the event today. Thank you for coming. Thank you for viewing. Have a nice day. Have a nice evening, and goodbye.